Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I recently watched Barbarian, which I loved, and it made me want to do a bit of a theme night with horror movies about people staying at Airbnbs or rentals or whatever. So I found the film The Rental, which was good. Um, and I also looked at The Retreat for a minute. Now, I actually watched this film before. I didn't realise. I watched the first sequence and I'm like, oh, the first scenes are a gay couple travelling out to this property in the woods and getting killed very quickly. And then not long after that, because I think they were going to meet a lesbian couple there that were friends with. I think that was the idea. And they disappeared. So the lesbians show up and the gay guys are not there and they're waiting. They don't know what's happened. It's a bit of a mystery. The locals are giving them the creeps. And it's just really boring. I was really disappointed by it the first time. I didn't watch it past the first gay couple being killed. And I just remember it being really, really dull. The characters weren't really interesting. They weren't really sympathetic. I didn't care about them. Not much happened. It's just your basic, there's someone out in the woods stalking us. And it wasn't even very well staged. There weren't any big, set pieces or anything. It's very much all on location. It has a slightly real feel about it, I guess, but in a really dull, not very cinematic, not very flashy sort of way. So I thought I'd do a review for this film just because I think it's not very good. It's very disappointing, and I didn't watch it again to sort of really remind myself of everything that happens in it. But who's in it? It was directed by Pat Mills, starring Tommy Amber, Price, Sarah Allen, and Aaron Ashmore, none of who I recognised or recognised by name. It's not by a studio that I recognise. Horror suspense, I guess it tried to go for suspense, but it just came across as kind of dull. I think you really need to be invested in the characters and the scenarios that are happening, and this really doesn't do it. And the property itself doesn't help. There's too many windows. You see too much. You don't get a sense of anything lurking, or it just doesn't really work. It's just a bit blah. The first scene with the gay guys is good because you first assume they're going to be the characters of the film. And they're dispatched fairly quickly, and that's fairly scary. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't piss off any locals or anything, or say anything stupid, or come in with an arrogant attitude of them being better than the small town people, like a lot of characters do in these sort of films, and then they sort of get stalked by the rednecks who want to put them in their place or something, or they're just totally innocent. And the lesbian couple are just really boring, really dull, and like I said, there's not a lot of theatricality or just nothing dynamic about it. It's just really, really simple, plain girls walking around. I think someone's watching us. Then, attacked. And it's like, okay. Yep. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I like to review films that I like, and, I usually find something good about every film, usually. But I also think it's sort of the job of a film reviewer to warn people about really boring films or uninteresting films. And this is one of the few ones where I was just like, why did I watch this? But yeah, I just like talking about movies. I love watching movies, like talking about them. And if I could do this as a job, I would, but still, it's just a hobby, it's fun. But yeah, this film wasn't. I'm going to go. Bye.